Welcome back to M Hood Fishing, everybody. I'm back down in the trees for good reason. Good reason. We actually have a member of the audience out on this boat out here yelling at me when I came in. Yeah, you're right. Hey. All right. So I have really good reasons for coming down here. The river is still at about 11 something feet, 11.5, 11.4. It's up and down. We're here to fish an incoming tide. High tide is around 105 for this area on the river tonight, and it is about 9:45 right now or something like that. So it was windy all day. I couldn't get out during the day. I didn't want to produce another video with nothing but wind noise today. It was blowing around 18, and that is a weather pattern we've been stuck in for the past few days. Not every day has been really bad with 18 mile per hour wind, but today was. So the other reason that is good for me to come down here was unbeknownst to me till I got here, and I'm going to tell you about that. When I rode into this little spot here, the first thing I saw, I left it, and it still works. Bit of a correction all the time. It's earlier than I thought it was. It's only 9:20. So I have a little bit of bait left from last night, but not enough. I had this in the freezer, figured it was time to pull it out. We got frozen mullet. Should be fine because it was vacuum sealed. For the most part with frozen mullet like this, especially if it was not vacuum sealed, I want to cut steak pieces for bait. That's where you just do that first cut and then you do another cut. Most guys know what a steak chunk is. And I'm going to go ahead and take a bit of that gut pocket off, get the guts out. Start with something like that. We're going to take this mullet that I just cut up and put it on 6/0. Both my 10-foot rods have 6/0 octopus style hooks in them. Go right through the skin twice at the top. 3 ounces of lead, just like last night. Here I got a piece of gill left over from last night. I'm going to cut the tail off, and I'm going to cut this piece in half here, just like so, right through the bones. Oh, this is actually what I have left over from last night. Just a small pile of bait. We could put these heads on the 6/0. We're going to try the frozen first, obviously, and then most of this we'll just use for the other 2 rods because it's a 4-rod night. Just like last night, we have a smaller circle hook here. I think it's a 3/0, could be a 4/0. Tied this up a long time ago. And just like last night, we've got another rod, the last rod, the Coastal Tough rod, all the way down at the end. Like last night, I have 3 rods close to me and 1 far away. And there we go, same thing, a small circle hook. Hopefully gonna get eel like this. All right, I got all 4 baits out there. At the moment, this is the best spot to hit in the middle of the night on this side of the river. All the other spots, the river's still too high. You can't get to them. So that's why we're here. And it's a good thing we came, because otherwise I would not have a scale. I'm just lucky that no one found it during the day, or no one wanted it. All right, we finally have our first big ship, probably a container ship. Can't see it. Yeah, I think it is. It's racing down river. This could give us the first bite. It's gonna make fish move around. I don't think I'm gonna fish too late tonight, probably midnight. I might go as late as 1, but I don't really want to fish past 1 because I don't think it's gonna be very good when the tide starts to turn around. Could be wrong about that, but I don't think I'm gonna have to stay that long. It's a really calm, warm night. It's going to be in the 70s all night. I do have my mud boots on, but I'm wearing shorts. We might see some fog tonight too because of the warmer night, but it's probably not going to be a thick fog. There's some mild fog around. As the wake from that ship starts to come into the beach here, it's going to affect the lines. It's made this one move a little bit, kind of watching it in case that is a bite, but this one is not too far out. These other 2, these 10-footers, are so far out that they're affected by the current. This one is in a little bit more shallow of water, a little closer in, not super close. So I'm walking around watching the rods, because sometimes with a strong wake you could end up with a slack line, and in some spots on the river a slack line can result in a snag if there's structure, any kind of revetment that's exposed. In some places the revetment can get covered by sediment, by river sand and mud, or something going on over here. Look at this. This is a bite right here. It's not, I don't want to react till he takes that rod tip down. He was just kind of bouncing it. I think that's a fish. Let me see if I got slack line. Yeah, if there's anything a line can catch on, and if there's slack in the line's going to drift and could get stuck on something, wrap around something, or cause your bait to drift, and then you're in a snag. This spot isn't too bad. I still feel something around this bait. I want confirmation before I reel back, because if the bait's not in his mouth just right and I come back with some pressure, I could take it away from him. Definitely if I come back like I'm trying to yank him up out of there, I'm going to take it away from him, because octopus hooks operate in a similar way to circle hooks. Just had a bite on this rod. I was over at the white rod and I saw it out of the corner of my eye. It's just about the same thing as the first bite, just a bam, bam, bam. So this is good. I came here at the right time. Back over to the first rod in the trees. That has a slack line on it now that I'm tightening up. This might be one of those nights where 4 rods is going to be too much for me. I think we have our first fish here. I think so. It doesn't feel big if it's on here. Oh yeah, we got a fish out here and it's not big. There you go. Look at that little blue cat. Last night they were too big for the table. And so far they're too small tonight. Looking at the bait, still looks okay. I think we should freshen it up though. If you're gonna bring a pack of frozen mullet like this, and you're not planning on fishing for like 8 hours, you shouldn't really be trying to spare the bait, because this isn't gonna be that great tomorrow. This is the best night to fish with it, the night you thought it. I'm now convinced that the first few bites were undersized blue cat, like the one we just caught and let go. Over the years, people ask me if fishing with a towboat or riverboat anchored in front of you is a problem. Not so much when they're just running the generator like they are tonight. There was one here last night just running the generator like this one is, and we still caught nice fish. When it's a problem is when the motor, the diesel engine that powers the boat, making it go forward and backwards and all that, it's when that is idling. That's a little more noise, a little too much if it's just sitting in front of you. But I'm not too worried about it. I've fished the river for many, many years. I'm used to having towboats around me running their generator, and I'll still catch fish. I just recast this rod here in the trees. I almost got it on the boat, but I wasn't aiming for the boat. Oh, I got a slack line here. My weather conditions are changing a little bit. There's a bit more fog coming in. As you can already tell, we have a breeze coming in on us. I just reeled up this slack line. I have my fingers on the line. See if I can feel anything. I'm under 20% chance of rain right now, 30% overall for the night. And I've seen lightning behind us up in the sky not too long ago. That could work in our benefit for fishing, but who wants it to rain while I'm out here working? Not me. This breeze coming in from this little storm is making me chilly. Yes. I've been pacing back and forth, looking at the weather. Oh, he's already beaver tailing out there. This weather has really turned on us, but no worries, we have a nice fish on. And this is on that frozen mullet. Caught him right up underneath the boat. Well, right next to it. Look at that. Look at that. They're putting a spotlight on that cat. I think these guys have just been, oh yeah, look at that out there. They've just been sitting there waiting for me to get a big one. I've been sitting here trying to come up with plan B to get out of this wind. Just tighten my drag a little bit here. He's coming up underneath this overhanging tree limb here. Still holding tight to the bottom right in front of us. It's a blue, I think it's a blue cat. Oh, oh, that is a decent blue cat. Oh, my rod got stuck in the tree for a second. Forgot there was a tree. We need to get him in because one of my lines is acting funny all of a sudden. That is a nice cat right there. Putting a little tension on the line so his mouth opens up, but it's not working, is it? Got him. Oh, yes. Oh, no. There we go. Whoa. We got us a nice one. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's got a little weight on him. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think I'm going to enjoy weighing this fish. Oh. $37.48. Wow, 37.48. That is a PB for the spot. I have not got one in the 30-pound class out of here till now. This is my first 30-pound class fish out of this spot this year. Of course, I've caught blue cat bigger than this. I think my PB is 72. But for this particular spot, this particular season, this is the best one yet. I'm proud of myself. 37 pounds out of shallow water. Well, probably about 20 feet of water right next to the boat. That's where that bait was. 37 pounds. Went from no pounds, like that first fish was less than a pound, I bet, to 37 pounds. And the weather is turning. I was thinking about hooking up with Craig and fish for bullheads because I thought, man, it's really going to poop, but I'm happy that I did not go do that. I'm really happy. Craig should just grow up here and come fish here because this is a nice one. Yeah. I mean, really nice. I'm really happy. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo, 37 pounds. Oh, man. Oh. Thanks for putting water in my boot, buddy. I apologize for the wind noise, but man, was that awesome. A 37-pound fish from here. That is cool. I've fished this spot a lot when the river was lower last year and people were complaining like, why bother? You're not getting anything good there. But I beg to differ. Of course, this is different. The river's higher. And this is the time of year where bigger fish come up into shallow water to feed. Much better than running out and meeting Craig for bullheads. I'm kind of glad I stayed, but this weather is not getting any better. Big shout out, big thanks to the riverboat. That was pretty cool with the spotlight. It was really awesome that you guys just happened to be tied off there, but let me tell you something. The weather is just getting rougher and rougher. It wasn't supposed to. It's amazing how different it can be from the river. And here, we're in town now at the library, and it's kind of windy, but whoa, oh my goodness, blowing right in my face, a Scottish gale it was. Yeah, you're right, I'm talking like Yoda all of a sudden. I'm pretty pleased to one fish under a pound, one fish 37 pounds. Pretty pleased with that, pretty pleased. All right guys, thanks for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you next time.